My declaration of understanding this ruthless anomaly formed from the fabric of the cloth of life. Item number SCP-5310. Object class safe, hopefully. Or should that be Euclid? Special containment procedures. We've discussed this quite a bit and have agreed that, although there's quite a few important containment procedures that we should be following, important enough that they should be called special. They truly aren't special enough to be called special containment procedures. It's hard to admit, but that's just the truth. After coming to this realization, we at the Surrealistic department have decided that these are the containment procedures that can truly be called special. I'm very excited to get to them. All employees at our dear site place of interest are to wear red on Mondays, blue on Tuesdays, green on Wednesdays, red again on Thursdays. Note, if you weren't here on Monday, definitely don't show up on Thursday. And then Friday is dress down day. If you see an SCP-5310 standing in a hallway or in the break room or something, that's fine. It's supposed to be there. If you see them all standing in the hill outside, that's not fine. They're not supposed to be there. Go get someone immediately. Have fun and remember to stay hydrated. No, I'm being serious. If you don't have at least a glass of water once an hour, that'll breach containment and won't all have, frankly speaking, truly horrifying time. You are permitted to touch another human being 10 times a time during your stay at site place of interest. If you go over that, get out of the site straight away and take some time off. Make sure that any list you create during your time at site place of interest have exactly 5 bullet points. This is also part of the list, but I can't shoot a bullet in front of it for obvious reasons. And don't forget to take your agnostics. If you don't, it can see you. Description. How to describe SCP-5310. Like the majority of the things we deal at site place of interest, it's not the most concrete thing to look at, or to smell, or to touch, or to hear. I mean, I said touch back there, which implies you can touch SCP-5310, but you really shouldn't do that. I'll add that to the containment procedures later. If we were engaging to that most tempting of the forbidden fruits, the texture of hands as tongues against the unknown, running your palm over it like it's a piece of paper, or a brick, or some devilish fish, then in SCP-5310, note, SCP-5310 instance, specimen. The terminology of this terror is hard to pin down. It's a man or woman facing away from you. I'm certain we've all seen them when we're going back and forth through site place of interest on our business. More often than not, appear in the break room or in the hallways, or one time in the bathroom when I was brushing my nails. Ruthless. So, from what I've seen and what you've all told me, there are about 10 of these devils, and memorize this well, my fellow voyagers. These are the descriptions Frisco. That tall guy with a hat and a backpack, the little girl with the pigtails, the old man with a walking stick, the toddler with the toy car, the bald physician. Just so you're aware, this isn't the end of the list. I just need to do the second half as another list because of those special containment procedures. Spirit of the law, rather than the letter of the law. Even though both form the same border, they can be confused for one or the other. Us, monosyllabic twins, like a twin forming from the same egg, the same seed order, and disorder both, so not equal but opposite? Don't forget that. The head, hairy, behead. Physician, the flayed priest, the headless construction worker, the engorged physician, the missing physician. You can't always tell what a physician is, but you can definitely tell what it isn't. As I said before, these ladies and gentlemen usually just appear facing walls inside our beloved sight place of interest, and being near them gives you those nasty, tingling feelings that come from when you're inside the mouth of something simply awful. Probably if you stay close to them too long, you'll get crushed between those jaws. And that should be the containment procedures, shouldn't it? Special Containment Procedures, Part 2. Don't stay near SCP-5310 too long. Description, Part 2. With that out of the way, we can get back to these mysterious beings we call SCP-5310. Where did they come from? What did they want? We honestly have no idea. But I asked Professor Bixby after his daily agnostic cocktail, and this is what he had to say. Well, Bubble Ruth and Broth, you've been walking and talking long, have you? You and yours ain't us business be and looking those boys. You and yours tell to wrongness, and wrongness when you and yours smell it. You and yours can the shape of that beastliness. You and yours pour water, and you and yours and keeping water locked up key and chain and prison and bore waters just being given shape with that elastic and shapeless and sightliness and condor and containment. Architecture of coincidence you and yours make, and you and yours get the shape that boy makes, and of the shape of be a man or a lady or a boy or a girl. Well, that's the world you and yours living in. So make sure you and yours keep that shape, old friendly one with science, broth, and bourbon. Allow myself to summarize in perhaps more understandable terms. Imagine you've made a box of your own thoughts like a dangerous drunk driver swerving around the snows of Alaska in prime season, like a prime ripstick on the prairie drawing in the sand, and you draw a box from it, and now there's a box. There must be something in the box. There must be something in the shape of the box. And now that it exists, it can break free, so you can make a new box surrounding the box through your new clumsy choices. But targeted, my friends. Oh, I should probably mention this. If we screw up the containment procedures, the special ones, we will one day look out and sight one or more of these beasts standing in the hill outside. If there's 1 or 2 or even 9, that's okay. That's fine. It just means we need to do our special containment procedures a little better to make this box we have driven in our Ferrari. And indeed make but a simple left turn on the realm of the angle that greatly forms an impenetrable wall of causality. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47. These shall be important angles, and proceed. However, unfortunately, if there's 10 up there, that means everything is over. It's digestion time, alas. Unfortunate, unlucky, luckless, hapless, unhappy, unpleasant, displeasure. This is not ideal. 0.00174533. 0.00174533. 0.00174533. I require a fresh dose. Addendum 5310-1. Wiki interview. As we agreed upon before embarking on this grand endeavor of ours, the den of understanding and virtue and the observation of the grains of sand that we look out on, and indeed are, but a single grain of sand observing via outside microscope. This following log I'm about to put in there is a transcript of my weekly check-in with the main Foundation liaison we all know and love, Ernest. I do not remember his second name. Begin log. Our protagonist, Dr. Irving Gatt, walks into the interview room, a spring in his step and a twinkle in his eye. This isn't his first rodeo, not by any means. No, sir, no, sir. But it never gets any easier under the intimidating gaze of his opponent. He'll have to tread carefully and watch the movements of his tongue to make sure he represents the interests of place of interest properly. Good evening, Dr. Gatt, says Ernest, his fingers deep like the pyramids of Giza. I trust your ride here was pleasant. An interesting question. There were approximately 322 bumps on the road while Dr. Gatt was being driven there. So why would this Olympian thinker, Ernest, ask such a question? Is it a trick? Dr. Gatt smiles and chuckles. He shan't be caught out so easily. Taking his seat with such force that the chair almost topples over, Dr. Gatt replies, I trust you are pleasant, Ernest, and my trust is repaid. Ha 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 ha. Ernest raises an eyebrow. Nailed it. The messenger of the monolith. Ernest clears his throat and continues. I've been reading the file you sent out regarding SCP-5310. While the tone here is somewhat lacking, what really concerns me is the consequences of the anomaly you described here. Okay? More than once you referred to SCP-5310 as though it's something that can cause the destruction of, well, it's difficult to say what exactly. You say everything is over if all 10 SCP-5310 instances appear on a hill, but what does that mean? Now it is Dr. Gatt's turn to raise my eyebrow. His eyebrow, even. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, Ernest. Everything is everything. A palindrome is no but letters. Do you have any evidence to support that statement? Evidence? No, of course not. Why would I? He sighed for some reason. So, you expect me to just accept that this minor anomaly that does very little except stand in place is capable of causing an end-of-the-world scenario if you don't perform a series of absurdly specific unrelated actions, and I'm expected to believe it's just because you say it's true when you don't have any evidence. And you admit you don't have any evidence. Yes! He sighs again. I understand it isn't your fault, Irving. Hell, those agnostics must have done a number on you. But we can't have this kind of nonsense present in an official report. What is he talking about? Ernest continues. I'll tell you what, I like you, Irving. When we work together, and looking at you now, just get this report rewritten without a baseless panic, and I'll just forget this whole thing ever happened, out of respect of your previous achievements, alright? Ha! He is referring to my discovery of the in-floor bathroom. Well, I suppose that's fine. He passes the file over to Dr. Gatt, and places his pen down. Immediately, Dr. Gatt launches forward and adjusts the angle of the pen by 0.00174533 radian. The puff beam coalescing behind Ernest immediately dissipates. Ernest blinks. Dr. Gatt? Sorry, the angle was bad. I see. Picking up the file, Dr. Gatt tucks it under his arm and walks out of the room, whistling a tune as he skips down the hallway. Still, his mind is still on poor Ernest, simply ignoring the obvious threat like that. What is he, crazy? End log.